it is 5:30, and everybody welcome to the Calaveras Council of Governments, November 1st. We'd like to say the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Item number 1, do we have to do the approved member? I don't think anybody's participating in that tonight.
Nobody is participating remotely.
So we will move on from the remote and move on to consent agenda. Is there any member of council, staff, or public that would like to pull anything from the consent agenda? If not, I would look for a motion to approve consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
May disapprove, same sign. Passes. Item number 6 is public comment. 5 minutes per person. Comment shall be limited to items that are within the subject matter jurisdiction of the council and not on the posted agenda. Government Code Section 54954.3a. Is there any public comment online or in the audience?
There's no public comment online.
Move on from item number 6 to item number 7, which is resolution of appreciation for Dennis T. Agar, District 10 Director, California Department of Transportation. And at this time, I would like to pass it on to Gary Topinelli.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We have a resolution here prepared by the board and the executive officer in appreciation for all the work that District 10 did in our recent trip to the CTC and our award of the $14 million that we requested to finish phase 1. And really it's an appreciation of all the hard work you guys did for us in moving that project forward and that funding forward and actually helping get onto that agenda, because we were there somewhat late, but we got it on there, and this is an appreciation and recognition of basically all 3 of you for all the help that you've done and the work that you've done for us. So I will read the resolution and then call for public comments and then bring it back to the board. This is the Calaveras Council of Governments, Calaveras County, a resolution of appreciation. It says, whereas the Calaveras Council of Governments would like to express their appreciation to Dennis T. Agar, District 10 Director for California Department of Transportation, for his leadership on the State Route 4 Wagon Trail Realignment Project. And whereas Dennis T. Agar has been an instrumental partner, and he really has, and his whole staff has been, in helping to deliver State Route 4 Wagon Trail Realignment Project. And whereas the State Route 4 Wagon Trail Project has been the region's #1 priority project for over 3 decades and is a critical safety project for Calaveras County. And whereas Dennis T. Agar has worked closely and collaboratively with COG and our local agencies in developing and carrying forward strategies and solutions to fund and complete this rural safety project and advocating for the needs of our local community at the district and statewide level. And is there any council member wish to have any comments?
I would just like to thank you and your team. It's been a long time coming, and you guys do a wonderful job, and it is a pleasure working with you guys. So thank you very much.
Anybody else?
Without your dedication and commitment to us, I don't think that we would even be close to finishing this first phase. So thank you very much.
Is there any public comments? Matt, I knew you'd step forward.
Good afternoon, Robert Packinger, Public Works. It's been a great great pleasure working with you during all this time, and with Grace, many years that we worked together to get this project to this point. It's a beautiful partnership that we've developed, and I'm very appreciative of all of that work that you've done. Thank you.
Hi, Matt Sato with Dewberry Engineers. I've been your project manager and the county's project manager on Wagon Trail for only one of those 3 decades, for the past 10 or 12 years. Just want to mention that, working with Dennis, Grace, Marlon group, actually Grace and I started working on this project together back in 2012. Grace worked on it prior to that, but this is an expensive project. And, when we first started this, our estimates were up near $80 million to complete the Wagon Trail project, which seemed insurmountable for Calaveras County to ever come up with that kind of funding. Working with, again, as a partner, COG, County, Caltrans, and others, we were able to come up with enough money for the first phase of this project. And honestly, it would never have happened without the strong partnership of Caltrans, Dennis, his team, just that can-do attitude, and so, I just want to echo that. Thank you. We would have never been in position to complete phase 1. We would have never been in position to complete the project with where we are on phase 2 without the leadership and support of that team that's here. So, thank you.
Any other comments?
Yes, I believe we have an online comment.
We have an online comment? Mm-hmm. Put them on.
Hi, it's Amanda. I'm sorry I wasn't there tonight in person, but I just want to echo a lot of what everybody else has said. I've really appreciated the support from Caltrans and each individual through the last almost decade that I've participated in helping me, not only as a board member, but also as an individual and helping the community bring this along. Each one of you have played a tremendous role in this. And from Matt to Amber to Eve to Caltrans tonight, thank you for everything that each of you have done to get this project funding, because we would have not just the COG, but the county and the city would not have been able to even be in this position we are today. And I look forward to our future relationship working together on all of the other projects that are coming down the line. So thank you again for all of your support and leadership in getting this for Calaveras County.
Would you like, yes, come on up, Dennis.
Thank you. Dennis Agar, Caltrans District 10 Director. First, I want to just say thank you for the recognition for myself and, of course, my team. And I appreciate everyone's comments. And I'm not sure if everybody knew the magnitude of the task that was at hand, and I'm sure we all do. And just to kind of remind each other, just even over a year ago when this whole issue came up, and even Grace came to my office and said, we got some trouble happening, and I said, what? And he said, well, we need another $8 million to finish the first phase of Wagon Trail. And I said, are you serious? And, at that moment, of course, the first thing that came to my mind is that that's going to be an impossible task. But at the same time, working with this COG and working with the county for so many years, and I have to say that, out of the 8 counties, you all have been great partners over the many years, and we've had great successes and, of course, challenges over the years. And here's just another one of those big tasks and challenges that we were faced together. And there was no hesitation in my mind of trying to find a way. And what Matt Sato said, that can do and what we can do, and it really comes down to what can we do for the people in Calaveras County. It all came down to that. Caltrans wanted to really be that people-first organization and department to really serve the people that we serve, and Calaveras County is one of them. And we want to make sure we're doing everything we can to make sure you are all successful. And that was my task, and that was something in my mind, and I said, okay, we're gonna find a way to make this happen. It took a lot of work, and I can tell you, not just my discussions with our director at the time, and still our director and our chief deputy, our safety program, who would have to support this, and we were going back and forth at my level with discussions, and at the same time, challenged Grace, Marlon, the rest of my deputies, because each of them had certain roles to play. They had to do their part, and it took time, but we had to be very careful, as Robert just mentioned to me before this meeting. This is the one and only chance. If we can't, we have to get it right. And if we don't get it right this first time, we're not going to get it. And I'm just so thankful to be here today to just recognize that everybody did their part and everybody did it right. And we're here today to celebrate the fact that we can move forward in this project. It's a very, very important project to this community, to Caltrans. And we're very proud to say that we're great partners, and to Calaveras County is great partners to Caltrans. And none of this, again, will not happen without that partnership. And this is one I can say is an example of a true partnership. And I mean that. And I've been working for Caltrans for over 30 years and worked with many, many, many partners over the years. Calaveras County has always come through, and I hope that we've met your expectation as well.
Oh, absolutely.
And just thankful to be here, and thank you for that recognition. And it goes both ways. And I want to thank Melissa, Robert, Matt, the COG board here for all your support over the years. And this is just one hurdle. There'll be more to come. And I just have the high confidence that, again, we can get through anything as long as we do it together and have that partnership. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Dennis.
Let's have Dennis come up and take a picture with.
Yeah,
the-
let's vote on it first, and then
Oh,
we'll go.
You're
Yeah.
correct.
Okay, does anybody else have anything to say? Okay, we'll bring it back to the board, and I'm looking for a motion.
So moved, with great pleasure.
Motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Passes 7-0. I will say this, when we were there for 2 days. We actually drove home and came back. That's another story in itself. But we were there on the last day after we were awarded the $14 million, and we were standing and we were having a conversation, Dennis and Grace, and Dennis, I had some pins on, if you remember. That's right. And Dennis had brought up and was looking at my pins and said he was a collector of pins. And so we have, for all three of you, some pins here that we want to give to you. The Calaveras pin, a frog, and another Calaveras frog, jumping frog pin here for all three of you. So if you guys would like to come up, just come on through the door up here to the podium, and we'll come down right down here in front, and we'll get pictures. And I will give you your pins.
Yep. Okay. Wagon trail. Thank you.
We have two members here that are former COG executive officers. They worked on this project. You guys had many hours.
Thank you.
Either way, where?
All right, sounds good. 1, 2, 3. Shots. 1, 2, 3. Good one. Right. My thumb is gonna look great on that shot. I have one other item to go. Right, so we're moving.
A treat or a friend.
Soda or water. I don't want this walking inside. Thank you for the pins. You're welcome. Very much appreciated.
You know, we're going half hour break. All right, I would have one other item here that goes along with this. Matt, if you can stand up and come forward. The COG board wants to thank you for all of the work you did, not only getting the $14 million, because you really worked your butt off for it, and did a lot of things, along with his team, Dennis T. Agar's team. You were very instrumental in it, and you are leaving and you're moving on. And so we would like to recognize you too for the hard work you've done on this project for a number of years. And we have some pins here that we'd like to award you.
Oh, man.
So I think, anybody else like to say anything? Dennis did work very, very hard, and his firm did, and Amber helped him after she left COG.
So I do. As the City of Angels, I've worked with you for 6-ish years or somewhere in there, from all sorts of fun projects. So I just really appreciate you. You're an amazing individual. Sorry to lose you, but happy to see you're going. I think Sac Water, right?
I am going to be the director of Sacramento County Water Resources. So yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm very excited for you, but
Appreciate it.
sad to lose you at the same time. So.
And that will limit your traveling so that you won't be
It
traveling
will.
around the state.
It will, and I really appreciate this recognition. But you know, really, it's not. Yeah, I get to take credit for some of this, but you recognize the people around that really make this happen, including your staff, Robert, Kelly, and others as well, that are really the ones that don't get the credit. I get to stand here and take the credit for what they're doing. But thank you. Like I said, Grace and I started on this in 2012. This project's very personal. And so I took it on, even phase 2, we took it on because I really wanted to see this all the way through to construction. When we first started and we heard the price tag was $80 million, I don't think any of us ever thought we would be able to see this project built. It just seemed insurmountable, but as we started, Melissa Eads is the one that set up the initial strategy and said, you know what, let's break this into pieces. And you know what, let's get these things shovel ready and funding will happen. And sure enough, here we are, right? We're funding phase 1 construction. Phase 2 is well underway. I have full confidence we're going to find funding to complete the project. So something that I didn't think I'd see in my career, and here we are. So it's really a testament to the people in this room. But thank you, I appreciate the recognition.
Anybody else have anything to say? No? Any public comments? Robert?
Yes, good afternoon. For me, of course, I've worked closely with Matt for quite a number of years. It's a bit bittersweet. I congratulate you, and happy for you that your new endeavors will carry on. But of course, you know that the help that you gave us, the work that you did for us, greatly appreciated. The word isn't even enough. All the hours that I bothered you, all the times that I called, and you know everything that's been going on, but very, very appreciative. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Any other public comment? All right, Matt, come on up here. We're going to get your
All right, I thought I was going to sit down and get off the hot seat.
Stand right there together.
Yeah. You know.
By the way.
My daughter's gonna be raised. Okay. This weekend.
I can't believe it.
Okay, stop.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Calaveras County Council of Governments. Item number 7 was wonderful. Thank you again, you guys. Now we move on to item number 8, which is Caltrans verbal report.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the board, Dennis Agar, Caltrans District 10 Director. Thank you for again this opportunity, and just want to thank again for item number 7, again recognizing not just me, but my team behind me, and of course Grace and Marlon sitting here represents the rest of the district staff that played a big role in the success we had together as partners. So thank you for that, and of course congratulations to Matt Satow, and I'm sure we'll miss him in this partnership that we've had many years. As far as my update tonight, just a couple of things. One is the first to congratulate Calaveras County Public Works for their award for the Clean California local grant application they had. They were just awarded one out of 3 of the applications that we got in the 8 counties in our district. It was very competitive. It was only $100 million available statewide. So 230 applications, over $560 million of projects that were asked. We were just happy to see that Calaveras County Public Works did receive one of those awards. So congratulations to the county. The other updates is just as we all approach our upcoming winter season, we had a little taste with snow just recently, and we're getting prepared for this next winter season and winter operation and preparations. Just want to assure the communities of Calaveras County that our district is prepared. We are hiring equipment operators, getting them trained, getting ready for the snow and rainy season. We've actually got all our snow blowers and heavy snow equipment up to speed. I think they're up to 98% complete as far as ready to go. So I just want to assure that we're prepared for any winter that comes this season. I know it was very tough last year with 13 atmospheric river storms that we all faced for like 3 months straight. And we learned a lot from that, and we're going to make sure we're prepared. So there's open communication. I hope that you all know how to get a hold of us. Again, I'll share information to Melissa, your executive director, regards who you can call besides just me, right? And I got a lot of contacts in our district, and we're ready to respond as needed. Other things that we are working on that I did want to share, there are other traffic operation investigations, safety investigations, and normally I would send to you all on a quarterly basis my district director letter with all these activities. I apologize, we're a little late this year, and we'll get that to you as soon as possible. And that's for all the board members to read up on everything that we're doing in your county. So just want to let you know that. The last thing, I want to keep this short, is I do want to break the news today. Unfortunately, I'll be losing Marlon Regisford. This is actually last meeting with all of you. He's actually taken the position, still with Caltrans, but down in Los Angeles in what we call District 7. So he's taking over a bigger district. and bigger responsibilities as the Deputy District Director for Planning and Local Assistance in District 7, Los Angeles County. So just want you to know that. I want to congratulate him. I also want to thank him for also doing a great job in his position in District 10. We're definitely going to miss him as part of our leadership team here with all the 8 counties. So thank you, Marlon. And if you don't mind, Mr. Chair, I want to give him an opportunity to come and say a few words.
No, wonderful. Thank you very much.
Well, good evening, Mr. Chair, board members. Melissa, thank you. It's been a pleasure working with the board. You know, this is 3 years or so that I've been here at Caltrans District 10, and you guys treated me like family. This is the first board I came to, and you know, this is amazing time because just seeing what the board has accomplished, along with our Public Works Director, Robert, here, as well as our fellow Caltrans team members, it's kind of a full circle moment for me. So I'm a little bit emotional about it, but I just appreciate the partnership that you guys have shown, because Dennis has mentioned it, you guys heard it. This is the best partnership we have in all of our counties, and we have 8 counties. So just want to thank you guys for everything that you guys do. And we're excited that this work is going to continue with Wagon Trail and all the other efforts that the county and Calaveras College are up to. And we're going to continue to support you guys. Unfortunately, I'm going to be going back down closer to family. That's really the reason that I'm leaving. But you know, I really appreciate everything that you guys have done to support Caltrans, and we're going to continue to support you guys. And I will make sure that whoever replaces me continues that spirit of coordination and partnership. So I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Appreciate it, board members. So thank you.
Thank you, Marlon. Does anybody have anything they would like to say?
Marlon, thank you very much. It was a pleasure working with you. It was a great partnership, and I wish you very well as you go home, closer to home down there. And hopefully everything works out well. And it's a big district with, a lot of roads.
Yeah.
A lot of 4-lane, 5-lane, 6-lane.
Yeah.
But thank you very much, and appreciate all the hard work you did for us.
Thank you, Supervisor. Appreciate you.
Same thing. Thank you very much, and enjoy your family. So
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Do you have an official date you're leaving?
I'm not sure when Dennis will let me go, but you know, I'm assuming I'm assuming in a couple weeks I'll be making the transition. But until that time, of course, I'm available for anything the board or, of course, you, Melissa, needs, and just thankful. So just keep in contact. Don't lose my number, please. And yes, feel free to reach out. Just happy to work with you guys, and just thank you for everything.
Thank you.
My commitment is to make sure once I get a replacement, whether it's a temp position, I will inform the board on who that person's going to be. And we're hoping that we get a good candidate to come through, and of course, to meet his standards, and if not, exceeded in the future, and continue this great partnership that we all have together. So you have my commitment there.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Any public comment? Anything on that? Robert?
There's no.
Thank you. I would like to thank Marlon. I didn't know you were leaving. He was all, for me, every time I called, you always picked up. We could always talk. And I thank you for that. We tackled a few problems that we could solve, right? Thank you very much. We'll miss you.
Any board comments? Okay. I would like to say one thing, since I've heard it multiple times tonight from the staff at Caltrans, is I would just like to say thank you to city, county, COG staff. You guys are amazing to work with, so I appreciate it very much. Thank you. Moving on to item number 9, county reports.
I have a few brief things to say just quickly, and then one thing I'd like to take a few minutes with. The grant application, thank you for that. That grant application was prepared by Kelly, who's here in the office. She spent quite a number of hours working on that, and we had success there.
Good job,
Thank you,
Kelly.
Kelly. Speaking of the season, November, snow is coming. Last week, we had a pretty good meeting. It's something that we've done, that Public Works has done on an annual basis, where we sit down with the different utility companies, with our local OES office, with the fire department was present. We exchanged ideas, but more importantly, we exchanged phone numbers so that in case anything happens, we know who to contact. PG&E was there. And hopefully this coming year, we could all continue working as a partner with the different things that happen. It'll be, if it's in the lower area, it'll be floods. If it's in the higher area, it'll be snow, but at least we have the team together. As far as our projects, you may know with our Valley Springs Safety Improvement Project, that's moving along. We took the utility agreement with the local utility to the Board of Supervisors. That was a few weeks ago, I think, that we took that there. And we're working with an agreement with the right-of-way with the school, and that's going to be, at this point, a right-of-way exchange that's not going to cost the project any money. Okay, so let me go on to the wagon trail. We've discussed this quite a bit today and for some time, but let's say we're here at the midpoint. And let me reflect a little bit on this project. At the start of the project, this was just a dream. Discussions, maybe something that was written on the back of a napkin. But this dream started to become reality when funding commitments started to happen. And I can remember way back in 2004, I don't know that maybe you may remember this, but in 2004 on those reports for the Nexus study, wagon trails already in the rim as part of one of the projects. So we're going here, a couple decades, but the discussion of the rim of the wagon trail goes further back. Working with the Council of Governments, the STIP, RIP, SHOP funds, they were focused on this project for many, many years. We obtained LPP grants. There was a pilot shop program that kicked in money for construction. At that point, this dream starts to become reality. And we're able to work on the environmental projects, on the environmental aspect of the project, the design, the right-of-way construction. But there were a couple obstacles in this project that made it very difficult. One of those obstacles, the cultural significance of the area was unknown, and the landowner didn't let us onto the land to see what was going on. The other obstacle was the timing of things. That pilot shop program, we had to have our construction contract awarded by a certain date, or we would lose the $10 million. So we celebrate today. We celebrate because we were perfect. We all had to be perfect. The design was completed on time. The right-of-way was certified. The contract was awarded by the end of 2021. If we had failed there, we wouldn't be talking today because the SHOP funds would have gone. We were successful in obtaining LPP grant funds. We were successful in working with the tribal people to avoid cultural resources. Designs were completed. These ideas were acceptable to the tribe. Caltrans approved. We did the best that we could to avoid these areas with some design modifications. Matt Satow and the Dewberry team dedicated themselves to the project, and they spent many hours with us, with design teams, with Caltrans, with CTC, with COG. They provided responses to Caltrans on the request for information for the CTC request. Any failure there, and we wouldn't be celebrating today. The Board of Supervisors were very patient. They felt it was a gamble. Nevertheless, they were patient. The Council of Governments offered unwavering support. Melissa Raggio made many calls, facilitating meetings with the CTC. The CTC Vice Chair, Carl Gardino, saw how important this project was for all of us. Mimi Wei is our project manager in Caltrans. Grace, Marlon, Dennis, they shepherded the staff and championed the project. Any failure here, we wouldn't be speaking, so we didn't fail. It was all perfect. And this is why we celebrate today. We're not done. There's more to do, more work. We know that, but we'll keep going. Thank you very much.
Any public comments? Online.
There's none online.
Okay. Moving on to item number 10, resolution number, thank you guys, have a good evening. Resolution number fiscal year 24-8, approving the fiscal year 23-24 overall work program, OWP, amendment number 1, and overall work program amendment, OWPA with Caltrans. Melissa.
Thank you, Vice Chair Brolio. Staff recommends the council approve the fiscal year 23-24 overall work program amendment number 1. As I'm sure most of you are aware, annually after year end is reconciled, the overall work program amendment number 1 is presented. This is a reflection of project balances and carryover funding. If you'd like to look at the spreadsheet on page 31 in your packet, at the very top, it reflects all of the carryover funding. There are 3 new projects from the final. That's the short-range transit plan, the coordinated public transit human services transportation plan, and then the newly awarded grant from Caltrans, the Calaveras County Active Transportation and Recreation and Trails Plan. If the council has any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Any questions from council? Public? Robert? Oh, no. Any public comment online? Okay. Bringing it back to the council, I would be looking for a motion to approve resolution 24-9.
So moved.
I'm sorry, 24-8.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anybody disapprove, same sign? Passes. Item number 11, resolution fiscal year 24-9, approving allocation instructions for fiscal year 2023-24 Regional Surface Transportation Program, RSTP, totaling $115,734 to fund fiscal year 2023/24 overall work program amendment number 1.
Thank you, Vice Chair. Since we have just approved the 23-24 amendment number 1, now we will fund it. This is a request to fund it with $115,734,000. If the council has any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
None? Okay. Seeing none, I would move on to public comment.
No public comment online.
Okay. I would look for a motion to approve fiscal year 24-9 resolution.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. May disapprove, same sign. Passes. Item number 12, resolution approving allocation instructions for fiscal year 2023-24 local transportation funds, LTF.
Thank you, Vice Chair. This item is allocating LTF funding to the overall work program amendment number 1, 2% to the bike and pedestrian fund, which is a requirement of TDA, and then an allocation of $61,399 to the reserve that is held within the LTF fund. The county auditor provides COG with an estimate. This year, the estimate was presented at your March meeting. That estimate was 1.6 million. So on page 74 of your packet, I've detailed a list of allocations, and they total 872,000. If the council has any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Any questions? Public? Online?
None online.
Okay, seeing none, I would look for a motion approving resolution, or no, allocations instruction of 2324.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anybody disapprove, same sign. Item number 13, draft of 2024 Regional Transportation Improvement Program, RTIP, for public review and comment.
Thank you, Vice Chair. This item is the Regional Transportation Improvement Program. It's due to CTC by the 15th of December. Every odd year, RTPAs are required to put together the plan and submit it to CTC to be included in the STIP cycle, which is the State Transportation Improvement Program. In 2021, this council supported a strategy that advanced Calaveras' shares. They needed to do this because you were working on the wagon trail and you needed to fully fund the design phase for the eastern segment. So if you wanted to see a breakdown of that advancement on page 86 in your packet, the State Route 4 Wagon Trail project has been the #1 priority of the county over the last decade. It is reflected so and is still our #1 priority. On this page, we advanced 2.2 million to make whole the design phase on the eastern segment. So therefore, we don't currently have any capacity to program, but the STIP allocates or programs 5 years. So it is reflected that we will program 1,042,000 on the Wagon Trail project in fiscal year 27-28. There's also on page 99 a description and the request for this programming. This is the draft. We have a public comment period until November 22nd. And then I will bring back the final to the council at the December meeting. Does anyone have any questions?
Any public questions? Online?
None online.
And I think that was information only, correct?
Yes. Yep.
13. Item number 14, council reports. Start down at that end.
We will be doing, as I mentioned at the last meeting, we will again be doing the laser light show at White Pines Lake the evening after Thanksgiving. I believe this is the 24th. Show starts around 7. So, and I will be reaching out to Cynthia with your blessings.
Yes.
We're going to try to use the transit this year because of the parking issue.
Right. Gus?
No, nothing to report
I will reiterate that we have our Angels Camp Business Association Christmas Parade on the Saturday after Thanksgiving. So I think that's the 25th. Thank you for starting that off. And we also have a wine hop going on this Saturday in downtown. But beyond that, that's it to report.
Nothing substantive. We've had several events in the West County that were not countywide events, but various organizations. And ticket sales still are not up to pre-COVID levels, but they seem to be growing. I think people are gradually coming back. And so that's really good to see.
Mr. Toffenau?
I wanted to ask a question is, we had Caltrans report, we had county report. I'm looking at the city here, and I'm not looking and seeing any city reports. So can I ask if Rebecca has anything to report for the city? Thank you. I didn't want to leave you out.
No problem. I appreciate that. In addition to the events that Isabel Moncada mentioned, we also are going to be doing a new, well, not new, another Shop Local event. So the city is using the COVID relief funds that we received for, basically it's a buy one, get one free gift card. It's like a MasterCard that can be used at businesses that enroll with the city, within the city. So we're going to be releasing that next round of funding here. I'm hoping I can work with them to get it where it'll start for the Saturday as the, because there'll be a lot of people downtown shopping and throughout the city. But we're also working on engaging with more local businesses. And we've had some businesses that have gone into business since the last time we did this. So we're excited about that. Just in terms of projects, the Angels Creek Bike and Ped project, we've been working with Matt Satow going into the right-of-way phase. So we're sad that we're losing Matt, but he's assured me Amber is going to take very good care of us. So we're going to be having a conversation with Matt just in terms of transition and then working with Amber on those different things. The Collector Road striping and sign replacement project, we have awarded the contract with the contractor, and we're just going through the list of signs that are going to be replaced. About half the signs within the city are going to be replaced. So I would anticipate ordering will happen here pretty soon, and then actual installation will be happening probably after the first of the year. Yeah. And then you'll notice on any reports with COG, we still have some open funding on the Murphy's Grade Road. We are working with Caltrans to close out their funding. And once we close out their funding, then we will finish closing out the funding with COG. And then we got our crack sealer. It's one of the first actual road equipment pieces that the city has had that I'm aware of in a very, very long time. And we are using Carissa funds for the labor in order to go through our road systems and crack seal them. So it's pretty exciting because we're doing road maintenance, which is something that's been a pretty deferred maintenance item within the city. So that's exciting. And then staff are finishing up. We had we're continuing our conservation going on right now with the city. We've just issued additional press releases for an extension through Friday. Utica Water Power Authority is doing work which is preventing us from getting water conveyed. So we're just trying to get everyone to conserve for the moment. And then staff are getting ready for winter from what we hear. And Robert has kind of conveyed the same thing. It's probably going to be a wet one. And unfortunately, the last several big storms that we've had have always followed a drought, and we're not following a drought. So that's kind of the concern that we'll be having conversations about that next week in terms of what we need to do to prepare for a wet winter after a very wet winter. And that's all I got. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rebecca. And that's my report.
That was an amazing report you just gave. Probably the best one I've ever heard. And I have nothing else to report because I was crossing things off as Rebecca went down them, or as Gary's report went. So, any staff reports? Dari?
Yeah.
Miss Kelly?
Well, I'd like to invite Rebecca up if she wants to give mine too.
Yeah.
I did not include a report in this packet, so I'll just do a very brief overview of what continues to happen at COG. Our electric vehicle charging infrastructure implementation plan is still in data collection and analyzation process, so that's going along as it should. Our triennial performance audit kicked off at the end of October, and so we are in data collection for that. Our active transportation recreational trails plan, the RFP is under review, so I'm hoping to anticipate releasing that in mid-November. And our Coordinated Public Transit Human Services Transportation Plan, RFP, should also be released either late November or early December. There's more RFPs. I got quite a few coming up, but that's kind of what's happening right now with COG.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. After that, I would look for, or no, we're going to adjourn and move into Calaveras Transit Agency. Does anybody need a break, or are we just going to move straight through? Okay. Thank you, everybody.
See you tomorrow.
Okay, we're going to skip number 1 because we do not have that needed tonight, and we'll move on to consent agenda. Is there any member of council or staff or public that would like to pull anything from the consent agenda? Hearing none, seeing none, I would look for a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Anybody disapprove, same sign. Consent agenda. Item number 5, public comment. 5 minutes per person. Comment shall be limited to items that are within the subject matter jurisdiction of the council and not on the posted agenda. Government Code Section 5495.3A. Any public comment? Okay. Moving on from public comment. Number 6, paratransit service. I don't see her here tonight. Okay. So we will move on from that and we'll go straight to staff reports. Dart.
I
Go
saved the best for last.
Well, of course.
It just deserves a
Were we getting a
couple.
delivery date?
Okay. But I did hear from a representative that 2 of our 4 ordered buses have VIN numbers and chassis.
Wow.
So we're looking at a maybe springtime delivery, optimistically. So for 2.
Yeah.
So we're very excited.
Okay. That is exciting.
That's all I got.
What do you got? You got to turn on your mic or Miss Susan is going to be after you.
I know. Are we going to put up a coming soon sign on our new location?
Oh.
I don't know. Yeah.
I will work on that and bring a sample of what the sign will look like back to the board.
Good.
I'm assuming that's close.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
everything's
yeah.
close.
Very good.
Awesome.
Thank you. Good idea. Anybody else staff-wise? If not, I would say I would look for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Might as well do it
I'll
again.
second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Anybody disapprove, same sign. We are out of here.